So, finally on the Axis 1150. Whew. Hijacking this boat.
This foil has been kind of the holy grail of pump foiling for quite some while now. So needless to say, I was pretty excited to give it a go and thought it's time for a small first impressions video. So first of all, it looks amazing. The setup is absolutely stunning. The materials, the manufacturing, everything looks completely perfect, and from the way it feels, I think it's the best one I had in my hands until now. And then also this wobbleness test, you can see it right there. It barely moves, and that even though it has like a huge wingspan. So yeah, it's just, the setup is amazing. Then for the first dock start, I was a bit afraid that I wouldn't be able to start it. This is the third dock start I tried. And it works. I was surprised by how good the dock start works in the end, but you still need to be quite fast to get it going, because if you pump really hard in the beginning, it will stall. And then here this kind of pump, glide, pump, glide, pump, glide. I was really amazed by how this works. And yeah, on my first session, which is like a half year ago with a lot of fatigue, I pumped it for 1.5 minutes, and yeah, I was just amazed by how efficient it feels and how it glides. And you can see it right here, it just keeps on gliding and gliding and gliding, and that's, yeah, kind of an amazing feel. And also this pump glide is, yeah, it's great. Then for the first boat wakes I hijacked on it, I was a bit, yeah, surprised by how it feels, as it's really quite different from the foils I'm used to, but it's fun, and also on the wakes it's really efficient, especially if you keep the foil like close to the water surface. You don't need that big of a wake to keep you going, and you can also still kind of recover it. Then for carving it, it definitely feels different, like the rail to rail takes way more time. And it's not as playful as the foils I'm used to for the most part, but still, if you're getting used to it, the carves are a lot of fun. And it allows you to get the wingtips out of the water, as you can see here. And that's kind of a lot of fun, and also, yeah, it recovers it perfectly, so that's a good thing. Here you can see my session from 2 days ago on the Axis tray board, which is like a half year behind the second shots, but on the second time I tried it, I had a lot of fatigue going on, so I thought like, yeah, it's not fair to make a first impression video with a lot of fatigue going on. And now the second time I've tried it a half year later, I still had a lot of fatigue. Yeah, but yeah, still, I really liked it. And as you can see right here, it's like I haven't found the perfect rhythm to pump it yet, but still it goes fast and it goes far. And this ferry right here I pumped for almost a minute to get in the rake. That's quite some time and some distance to cover before you catch a boat rake, but its ability to go so far makes stuff like this possible. And yeah, that's really amazing. And I think you can see it perfectly clear that this ferry rake is not really big. It looks maybe a bit bigger in real life than on the GoPro footage as it is, but still it's not big. But due to the Axis 1150 being so efficient, or as efficient as it is, it makes it possible to stay in this rake. And I was really surprised by this, because I thought the ferry would be too slow for the Axis to stay in it, but it properly works, so yeah, that's a really great thing. And then lately, like, my whole foiling experience changed a bit, as like going further and further makes it easier to catch more wakes on the lake. And that's one point where the Axis is, yeah, it's just great if you can make this pump brake, pump brake, pump brake kind of thing. Even though it doesn't feel so playful, and you can't carve it quite as hard as some of the other foils. And that's the thing, like, I get why it has like this type of a holy grail situation, and maybe I will like it even more if I can try it a bit more. But until now, it wouldn't be the complete overall holy grail for me. It's amazingly efficient. Like the glide is just sick, and it goes really fast. Like it just feels a bit like releasing the handbrake if you compare it to my Gong equipment. Yeah, but still, if you're carving and in the turns, it's not quite as playful and aggressive as for example the F1 Phantom 1780 or something, which is due to bigger wingspan, the bigger high aspect ratio, and so on. But yeah, still that makes it, for my preferences, not the ultimate foil on the lake, but I think the ultimate foil for me hasn't been produced yet, or I haven't tried it yet. We'll find out about that. Yeah, but still the X is amazing. I mean, it pumps effortlessly endless, and yeah. So what I gotta say, for a beginner, the Dockstart will be really tricky, as you really have to be crazy fast to get it going, but once you get it going, it's efficient and it's amazing. I love it.